Hello cats and goddesses, my name is Persephone and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I hope here you can find some advice, guidance, or even just a place to relax. Before we begin, I want to point three things out. Firstly, tarot is a divination tool in which the reader's intuition plays a major role. This is not a science and it's not written in stone. Secondly, these are not personal or private readings but group readings. Some things may resonate with you and some may not. In this case, leave the message behind. And finally, we all have free will, and we are the only ones in charge of making our life choices. Do not make decisions based on what a random stranger on YouTube is telling you. All of these things apply not only to my channel, but to any channel. And now, let's begin. This pick a card reading is going to be about love predictions for the singles. These are the three piles. Group number 1 with affection, group number 2 with memory, and group number 3 with desire. You can pause the video to meditate on which pile you feel the most drawn to. You'll find the timestamps for each pile in the description box and in the pinned comment. Hello group number 1, if you chose affection, this is going to be your reading. We will begin with the tarot cards and continue with the oracle cards. The order in which the tarot cards jumped out was the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Princess of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords, and the World. The Six of Cups is a card about the past in general and childhood in particular. So it also represents playfulness, innocence, happiness, all of that stuff. What I'm getting from this card is that someone from your past is making a comeback, and it can be anyone. When this card shows up in a love reading, people tend to assume that it's about an ex, and it's fine if you want to get back with your ex, but if you want nothing to do with them, of course this is not about them. So I repeat, this can be anyone you've met throughout your life, especially when you were a child. It could also be someone who is already present in your life but is coming with a different light. Okay, someone you've always considered a friend and suddenly you start seeing them with a different type of attraction, and it's not just friendship anymore. It could be all of those things, but of course I'm leaning towards someone making a comeback, but I want you to have all the possibilities. Next we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about working hard to make something perfect, okay? Because you want your job or a task or a habit, whatever, to be the best it can be. So since this is a love reading, I think there's someone here, and this could be this person or even you, who has been trying really hard to make things right with you, or if this is you, you're trying really hard to make things right with this person, and eventually you will see the results. And here we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. And this card represents someone who has been given this pentacle that represents something that is physical, that is concrete. It's not abstract. And this person is looking at it and thinking, what can I do with this? And they're taking their time because they want to use that pentacle to make the most of it. So yeah, if you combine these two cards, I feel like this person right here has been so patient trying to make this relationship work throughout the years. And now that they see there might be a chance to be with you, or if it's the other way around, you're seeing that there's a chance to be with them, you're taking the time so that you don't mess it up, basically. Okay. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a very neutral card because this is about karma, this is about decision making, this is about things going up and down because the wheel is always going around and it never stops. So I think that at this point, the wheel is going to say, okay, you deserve the prize, okay, because you've been working so hard and now it's time for a reward. Sorry, I was not able to say it, but that's how I see it. And of course, I'm not saying that people are prizes because they are not objects, of course, but you get what I mean. Like, oh, you've worked so hard for this relationship, so something good is coming back to you, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the second fastest knight in the deck, okay? He's not as fast as the Knight of Wands, but he doesn't really think things through, okay? He's the type of person to make a decision and not give it a second thought and go after it and be like, I have a goal and I'm going there, I'm getting there. I will not live without what I want, okay? So this is possibly talking the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune may be talking about the person in this card, in the Eight of Pentacles, being shown that they can make a move after so many years of trying and being near the other person and being attracted to them and all of that stuff. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling this person, you can make a move. It's safe to make it now. And that person is going to do so. Okay, so it's very sweet, but not extremely cheesy. I think that this person really likes you, and if it's the other way around, you really like them and you've been so respectful of each other's space. So now that you feel like it's time to get together, finally, you're not gonna let the opportunity go, okay? So it's the right amount of sweet. This is the type of relationship that I like to see when I do a love reading. And finally, we have the World. The World is about completion. This is about closing a cycle. It's about seeing that you've been successful and you need to move once again, take another step so that you can get to the next phase of your life. So, after what we have seen, I think the world represents a change in that relationship. If you've been apart for so many years, you're going to be so close from now on. If you've been friends, now you're going to be more than friends. The thing is, something is changing in a big way. Okay, this is not a small change, this is kind of big. And you're going to see that all of this effort and this risk-taking moment has been worth it. Okay, so I want to see more. Okay, so we have already seen that you're getting with this person and how it has evolved and how successful this change, this shift in your relationship is going to be. But yeah, I want more. So let's take a look at the oracle cards. Okay, so we have protection represented by the onion and Aries energy. And we also have affection represented by the sorrel and Taurus energy. So what I see here is that your relationship has been protected. I don't know if you believe in these things. You can believe in whatever you want as long as it doesn't harm anyone, not even yourself. But I personally think that this relationship has been protected by the universe, or if you believe in God, it has been protected by God, whatever you believe in. It's as if you were meant to be, just not back then. Now is your time, and now you're getting together. So this is again really sweet, but not extremely cheesy. All of this seems like a really nice relationship. So far I'm very happy. I really want to know everything about this relationship. And then we have affection. So I think this affection was here because the Six of Cups, apart from everything I've said about it, since it's a cup card, this is about emotions. So those emotions were there from the very beginning. There was some type of emotional link to this person. So affection is going to be there, of course, but it's as if now it has been multiplied by 100. And that's where the world comes in, with that huge change for the better. Next we have the following archetypes. We have child nature, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, and their shadow attributes are tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Okay, I don't know if you love animals or this person loves animals, but there could be a link here. It could also be that one of you is a vet or works with animals in some sort of way, takes care of them. Maybe one of you walks dogs to make more money in your free time. I don't know, something like that. But when it comes to nature spirits, I'm being reminded of this protection. Like there's something out there in nature protecting this relationship. Next we have lover, which makes sense. Light attributes: great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Shadow attributes: obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. I'm being reminded of the Eight of Pentacles. This devotion for someone else is the same devotion that the Eight of Pentacles represents towards that task or habit or whatever. So in this case, it's not a something, but a someone, of course, because we're talking about people. We're not talking about anything material, you know. But this is how I see it, like that person not giving up. And that doesn't mean this person has been so boring throughout the years and you're like, God, please leave me alone. Just take no for a response. Like, I don't think this person has ever been explicit with their emotions. They have implied that they felt a certain way, but they haven't quite literally said, I like you, I love you, I admire you, I worship you, whatever. So, yeah, I'm feeling like this love is patient. I'm getting this feeling of peacefulness, seeing all of these cards. Like, there's not this hot and cold energy or anything like that. It's more of a slow burn, you know? And I personally really like that. So, and then we have the priest. Light attributes: facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Shadow attributes: violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So, once again, I'm getting the feeling that you are being protected. Not only you individually, but the relationship, as I said. Also, with this card, what I'm getting is that one of you, or even both of you, are very spiritual, and you believe that there's something out there, okay? And if you don't believe in God, this can be anything, okay? Spirituality doesn't have to be the same as religion. So, yeah, I'm seeing this as you both being very spiritual. If you're religious, then that's the meaning for you when it comes to this card. And this relationship is probably going to make it, how can I express it? This relationship is going to serve as an expansion of that spirituality. Okay? You're going to grow so much in that field. When you're next to this person, it's not going to be just physical or anything like that. There's going to be such a huge connection. It feels so peaceful. You have no idea how peaceful it feels right now. For astrology cards, we have Scorpio, intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. So Scorpio talks about death. And death in tarot means transformation, okay? It doesn't mean a literal death. I'm assuming you already know this, but just in case. And that renewal comes with the world, because after the world, there are no other major arcana. So it goes back to the first major arcana card, which is the Fool, and it's number 0. Okay, so that's why there's this cycle all the time, because life is made of different phases and different cycles and different things to learn, different people that you are going to meet, different adventures, different experiences. And this is how I see that. You're going to have a lot of new things coming into your life. And also, this is giving me that passionate hint that I was missing, because it felt so peaceful, and I love that. Of course, there's going to be some sort of physical element to this relationship, as to any relationship. So I don't think it's going to be boring when you're being intimate with each other. Next, we have the second house: physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. This is represented by Taurus as well, because Taurus rules the second house. And we haven't seen anything about money so far, but if you had to ask about, is this relationship going to be enough in terms of money, or are we going to be really poor, or what? You're most probably not going to become millionaires from one day to another, but I think you're not going to have it as difficult as you have had it in the past. Together, you're going to make great things. Maybe you even start a business together, I don't know. Or maybe one of you teaches the other how to make the most of their money, how to invest in this and in that. It can have so many different interpretations, and this is general reading, but yeah, this is how I see it. Also, it could be for a few of you that this Six of Cups situation began when you were in a place related to money. It could be a bank, it could be a store, it could be, I don't know, college, if you study something related to economy. It could be different things. So yeah, but I'm mainly seeing this as you not lacking your basic needs, okay? And then we have mutable. This is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Mutable signs are the ones who are constantly changing, okay? So this is the total opposite to stubbornness, okay? Mutable is not here to stay. And I'm not saying that this relationship has a deadline, of course not. What I'm saying is that you're not going to be stuck, okay? The same thing that I said with the World card, I'm saying with mutable. I think you're going to be so happy with all the changes, with all the experiences, being able to change throughout time, because we all change, okay? It's a fact. So, oh, and it could also represent that transformation that I talked about at the very beginning, when I said maybe this person comes in with a different light to them. Maybe they are a friend and suddenly you feel attracted to them because of whatever. Maybe that's the change that you're going to see. Next we have get to know each other, learn to meet another's need for love. This gives me the vibe of you being able to learn very easily each other's love language, which is very important, because if your love language is time of quality and your person is not, of course they're going to appreciate that time of quality. That if they prefer acts of service over that, you will have to get used to showing your love to them in such a way, and vice versa. And see, these two people are so happy, so content. They are not young people, really. They have gray hair, so it's like they learned this at the very beginning of their relationship, and they have grown all together, and everything has been so much easier just thanks to this. And we also have relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. We have change once again. We have seen change here, where I said that this person could come back feeling different to you with the world, because it's the end of a cycle to begin another one. We have Scorpio, which is about renewal, change. We have change, immutable. We have change here. So your life is never going to be the same. And I'm not only talking about right now, okay, but also about the future. Both of you are going to be changed constantly by each other, by this relationship. There's something here that makes you want to be the best version of yourselves constantly. And once you think you've gotten there, you're like, no, I want to get even better. So you do this and you do that, and you allow your person to grow. It's mutual, and so you can grow as well. And yeah, I'm seeing this. Not only it's peaceful, but this transformation is amazing. I think it's so sad when you see couples who are kind of old and they're not even talking to each other anymore, you know? Because there's no change. There's nothing new to talk about. And here, there's always something new. Okay, that's a feeling that I'm getting. But again, you're not going to be scared by this change or anything like that, because you are the first one welcoming that change. And finally, we have wealthy man. So again, we have talked about possessions here. This person could work with something related to money. This person could make a lot of money, or maybe this represents the fact that that your relationship is going to be more than enough in terms of money. Like, you're not going to be desperate for money because you don't have it, and you're like, what can I do? And no, like, financially you're going to be fine when you're together. Next we have thoughts. And I've talked about spirituality here. I think, because we haven't talked about anything intellectual, it could be, but for very few of you, for most of you watching, I think these thoughts are related to that spirituality. Like, oh, I'm really growing internally. I'm learning. I'm becoming the best self that I can be. And this person is helping me and I'm helping them, and our minds are always changing. Okay, it's not that we change our mind constantly because we don't really know what we want. It's more about stimulating the other person to think and learn and all of these things. So final card is toil and labor. So once again, something related to money, second house, wealthy man, toil and labor, Taurus. And with toil and labor, I'm seeing this as two things. The first one I've already mentioned, you both working so hard to have a good life, and also working so hard to make this relationship work. So overall, a very complete relationship. It has these peaceful moments, it has this spiciness, it has the intellectual stimulation. It's also very spiritual. I don't know, it has a little bit of everything, and I'm really happy for you, group number one. And now, in order to get some extra information, I'm going to roll the zodiac dice. Please give me some zodiac signs for group number one. We have Capricorn and Taurus, Earth signs, along with Virgo, which was here. So we have all the Earth signs. Aries, we already have it here, and Scorpio. No, sorry, Virgo. So again, Earth is related to the Pentacle suit, which is related to money and jobs and all of that. So it kind of makes sense. And finally, we have Pisces and Taurus. Once again, Pisces is a very dreamy sign. So the Priest card and the Thoughts card makes sense. It's also here because it's a mutable sign. So everything makes sense. So that was your reading, group number one. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number two. If you chose memory, this is going to be your reading. We will begin with the tarot cards and continue with the oracle cards. The order in which the tarot cards jumped out was the Two of Cups, Three of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. The Two of Cups is a great card to begin with because this is a soulmate card. So these two people, cups, by the way, represent emotion in case you don't know. So they are showing their cups to one another. They are sharing that. So they are sharing their emotions. They are sharing how they feel. They are being very honest with one another. And it's like they balance each other out. And so they are soulmates. And I think, because at first I was very happy to see this card come out, but taking into account the rest of the reading, I think you're going to believe you've found your soulmate, but it's not that. Maybe they are pretending to be that way because they want to get something very different out of you, or it's just that you're not made for one another and you met the wrong person. Okay, so I don't think this is your soulmate. I believe you're going to believe that. Not for long, but you're going to realize you're not the person I'm supposed to end up with. We have the Three of Cups as well, which is a card about celebration. It's a card about getting together to celebrate life and have fun and be with friends and all of that stuff. And I'm pretty sure that at the beginning of the relationship, you and I'm not sure that this relationship is ever going to become official. This might be a situationship. I really dislike that term. But you're having fun, you're feeling comfortable with them, you're like, oh, this is what I was expecting, getting out of my comfort zone and doing new things, having new experiences, doing all of this. And it's going to be fun for a certain amount of time. But then things are going to start changing, okay? The Emperor is a card that a lot of people love. I personally don't like him that much because of his... he's not a dictator or anything like that, but he's the one who has to rule. No one else can, and I don't know, it's the type of vibe I don't vibe with. And at first, since everything was so positive, I was like, oh, I'm going to like you for the first time. Thank God. But no, I'm not going to like you, Emperor. No, not even this time. The Emperor is this paternal figure, this ruler, this person who is observing everything and everyone around them. And he's not going to show emotions. He's in a very masculine energy, but to me, it's not the divine masculine. For a lot of people, I repeat, it is, but for me, it's not. I believe the Emperor, in this case, your person, has some kind of traumas or attachment styles that are not the right ones. They're not emotionally available. That's also a term that made a lot of sense at the beginning, but right now it's used so freely that it doesn't even make sense anymore. But maybe they are pretending to be ready for a relationship and blah blah blah, and actually they are not, because they want something different from this relationship, not a real connection, okay? And this can go so many ways, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy going one by one, so I'm going to stop there. But yeah, that type of person. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Since I'm feeling like this is the energy of your person, I'm feeling like this is you. You could be a guy, okay? you don't have to be a woman to be this Queen of Pentacles, because tarot is not gender specific. But I feel like you're in this energy of, I'm very calm, I'm being so loving, but at the same time I'm thinking with my mind, not my heart, or at least I'm trying my best to do so. What else? And yeah, I've gotten so far, so I'm not going to lose my mind over something that is probably not even that deep or anything. And you're gonna try to keep your cool and all of that, but then this Three of Swords comes in the way. Three of Swords represents heartbreak. So I feel like even though you were trying to be as cool as possible and take it easy and be like, I'm not going to jump into conclusions, I'm not going to, I'm going to think with my mind, not my heart. I'm not going to pay that much attention to my intuition. I'm going to pay attention to the facts and the words and the everything. And your intuition was always right. This person was not the right one, because now they have betrayed you, they have broken your heart, they have been they haven't been loyal to you, they have hurt you in some kind of way. And please don't feel like, oh, it was my bad, because I was getting the feeling that this person was not the right for me, that I didn't pay attention, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. No, the person who is breaking people's hearts here is the Emperor, not the Queen of Pentacles. So take it easy with yourself, okay? We've all been there, trust me. Even if it has been a friend or a relative or someone, you don't have to blame yourself for literally everything that goes the wrong way in your life. These things happen. And finally, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about a person who is blindfolded and cannot move, and they feel like they are trapped inside a circle formed by swords. But they don't realize that these swords actually do not make a circle. This person can leave whenever they want. So that blindfold and that rope that is keeping her tied up is something mental, okay? This person doesn't acknowledge the fact that they can leave this relationship, that they can leave this person, that they can be happy, and that all of this soulmate and happiness and party thing was in their minds, and that was it. It was made up. So yeah, I'm sorry to deliver this message, but I don't like to sugarcoat things, and this is what I'm getting from the cards. I cannot make up their meanings. So let's see if we find something else. But yeah, with the Eight of Swords, what I'm getting is that you will realize that you were creating this love story in your mind. but it was not real. It was never there. Not for them. And if it's not there for the both of you, it doesn't count. Okay. Next we have memory, represented by Rosemary and Leo energy. And regeneration, represented by Tarragon and Aries energy. So a lot of fire. We also have the Emperor is Aries as well. The Queen of Pentacles represents the Earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have 2 sword cards, 2 cup cards. There is a balance right now when it comes to energies and zodiac signs and all of that. So yeah, I'm not leaning towards one or another. But here what I can see is that you're going to transform eventually. You are going to be able to look back and say, I've come so far. This person tried to break me, and they almost did, but I didn't let them. Because I realized when I was able to do so that they were not the right person for me. Maybe not even for another person. Maybe they're not right for anyone, okay? So I see this as a relationship that is going to teach you something. And it's horrible to think that you have to go through this type of painful experiences to learn things, because you can learn them in a hard way, but not so hard, okay? We can be a little bit gentle here. But in this case, I feel like life has made you be in this situation or relationship or whatever this is to learn something from it, so that you can become even better. And once you meet your soulmate, you're going to have those memories there, so that you don't repeat any patterns. That person doesn't repeat any of the Emperor's patterns. And yeah, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to come out so strong after this, and I'm so proud. But let's take a look at the rest of the oracle cards. We have Liberator, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Next we have Prince, romantic charm and potential for power, using power for self-aggrandizement. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, sorry. And next we have Rebel, challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Okay, since we're not talking about the best person in this world, we could just take a look at the shadow attributes, but we're gonna take a look at both, because we are good people over here. Okay. Liberator. I feel like this is you. Once you regenerate and become this new version of yourself, you are going to free yourself from that past relationship that didn't go the right way. You're going to be able to take out those patterns I've mentioned and make sure they don't repeat in these new relationships. And you're going to try and be positive, even though deep inside you're like, oh, this is horrible. I don't like to keep dating people. I don't like to keep trying. I don't like to, I give up on love. But you're stronger than what you think. Next, we have Prince. And I'm gonna take a look at both attributes in this case because there is a shift here in the tarot and there's a shift here as well. At first, he's so romantic and oh, this is going to be the best thing ever, and I'm going to try and capture you so that I can get something from you that you don't want to give me, whatever that is. And then he is going to use that power, which doesn't necessarily have to be financial power. It can be just his ego, which is bigger than planet Earth. It can be narcissistic traits. I'm not saying that this person is a narcissist because, of course, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. But some of those traits are most probably present in this person. They may lie a lot and they use that power to gaslight you. Maybe they love bomb you. They do something toxic that makes them feel super powerful and so cool and like, oh, everything is so fine. No, nothing is fine. This card has shown up in a couple readings. And I don't know why, but the fact that he is showing his back towards us is not giving me, but that's just my feelings. And finally, we have Rebel. I'm not taking this as something social or political or anything like that. I think that this person is really angry. They're not mad at you, they're mad at the world, they are mad at life itself. And they don't know how to do things the right way, how to treat people the right way. And so they are doing all of those toxic things like gaslighting, for example. If they gaslight you, they are doing that because they are angry, they don't know what they want, they don't want to compromise with anything, they don't want to change, they don't want to do any of that. So it's not this social rebel, it's more of this person who is going to rebel against you when there's not even a reason to do so. That's the feeling I'm getting with this person. For astrology cards, we have Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. Neptune, dream and transcend. And Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So, Cancer and Neptune, I feel like you are going to romanticize this relationship way too much and way too early. Maybe that's a pattern that you have to change. Maybe that's not happening just in this relationship. So I'm just saying that because it could be. But once again, you can romanticize something as much as you want, but if someone is a bad person, that's no excuse. That's the feeling I'm getting, like you're feeling at home from the very first moment. You're dreaming about buying a house, getting married, having children and puppies and all of that stuff. Even before the second date. And it's like, no. Just wait. And by the way, don't feel like there's this exclusivity with someone who clearly has no interest when it comes to you. If you haven't made it official, you can still date other people, you can meet them, and maybe one of those other people is your soulmate, okay? So don't stick to this one person just because the first time you met them, you were like, oh, this is the one. It's probably not. And then we have Trine. I think you're going to be safe. As I said, I don't think you're going to take a long time to realize that this person is not how you thought they were. And so you are going to be able to be in harmony with yourself once again, because you've become a new version of yourself, and it's going to help you so much because you're going to be so grounded. You're not going to be daydreaming all the time. You're not gonna do that, okay? You're going to be more mature. You're going to be thinking with your mind, but for real this time, because this Queen of Pentacles thought she was thinking with her mind, but in reality she was thinking with her heart. She was daydreaming. I don't know why I'm thinking about Ariana Grande right now, but if you haven't listened to her live London sessions, go listen to them now. But yeah, daydreaming. You're going to be safe, okay? This can be the worst person in the world, I don't know, but there's something out there protecting you from seeking with this person. Next we have miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. What I said about having something to learn from this relationship, remember? That's the blessing that you can have in this relationship, in these memories, okay? That's the gift you're going to get. It's not a nice gift, honestly, it's horrible. But hey, at least you got something out of the situation. Next we have I love you. These are powerful words. Remember that I mentioned love bombing? They may say I love you way too early and you're like, oh my god, they feel the exact same way. They are so in love with me and I'm so in love with them and we don't even know each other, and you may have that dream life. They're not saying them because they actually love you. They're saying them because they feel like that's a nice thing to say. There are people like that. They don't even mean it when they say that to their best friend. So, if you're saying this, I'm pretty sure that you're genuinely saying that. And maybe you look back once you're in this memory and regeneration state and think, oh, that was not love. But I thought it was, and that's why I said those words. But at least you were genuine. If it's this emperor / prince saying that, it's not real. Again, sorry for not sugarcoating everything, but I think it's the right thing. And finally, choose love. You always have choice. Make yours with love. I personally feel like this is about self-love. You're going to choose self-love for however no, not however, sorry. You're going to choose self-love for so long. Maybe that long time is a year. Maybe that's 5 years. Maybe that's just a couple months. Something you consider a lot. And you're going to take your time to work on yourself and treat those past traumas and try to come back with a brand new mindset to the dating life. That's how I'm feeling, that you're not rushing, okay? If you need to spend time alone, you're gonna do so. If you need to go to therapy, you're gonna do so. And you're gonna be unapologetically yourself. Good for you, by the way. And our final oracle cards are gift. This could be a romantic gesture from this person, again, because they want something from you and they want to lure you into doing something. Or maybe this is this gift, the gift of at least learning something and not taking it with you to your next relationship. Then we have bad health. I am feeling like this is mental. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I always say this. I'm just a random girl reading tarot, so please, I don't like to talk about health or anything that serious in my readings, because it's not what I should be doing or any of us should be doing. But if I'm taking this, and I'm going to talk very little about this, I think this is about mental health more than physical. You probably need to go to therapy after this because your mind has been so beaten by, metaphorically, of course, by this person and their acts and their behavior and everything, that you don't even trust yourself at this point. So that's how I'm feeling, like you need to love yourself first before going back to dating. Not because it's necessary, but because you're going to choose to do so because you know it's the right thing for you. And finally, we have poverty. We haven't seen anything that has to do with money here, so I'm being reminded of the Five of Pentacles, which is about two poor men walking in the snow near a church. I'm talking about the depiction from the Rider-Waite tarot. But that card actually talks about being left out in the cold. And that's how you're going to feel with this person. Again, this is heartbreak. This is betrayal. This is like, I wasn't expecting you to do this to me. Like, why? That was a tough reading. Again, sorry guys. Okay. Now, in order to get some extra information, I'm going to roll this zodiac dice. Please give me some zodiac signs for group number 2. Sagittarius and Libra. Sagittarius again and Gemini, sister signs. And finally, Leo and Aries, which we already had here. Leo and Aries. So a lot of fire. Yeah. We were being very neutral at the beginning when it came to zodiac signs, but I'm seeing a lot of fire. And yeah, that was your reading, group number 2. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3. If you chose Desire, this is going to be your reading. We will begin with the tarot cards and continue with the oracle cards. The order in which the tarot cards jumped out was the Sun, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Princess of Swords, and the King of Swords. Okay, so if you watched any of my other videos, I usually see a chronological line within the tarot, but here everything is so back and forth that it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna try and make it make sense. Okay, so I'll go card by card explaining the meanings of each card, and then I will interpret the story in a chronological order. My personal interpretation, as I always say in my intros, okay? The Sun is a card about success and happiness and being so close to the sun that you can almost touch it. You're the most powerful person in the world. This is pure bliss. Next, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about having gone through so much, having so much baggage, but being willing to fight if that's what you need to do, because maybe there are still other people trying to hurt you, even though you've been beaten up so much and so badly. Then the Ace of Pentacles is about the universe giving you an opportunity that has to do with the physical world. Okay, it's usually related to money, to a job, to possessions, to all of those things. But in this case, we are gonna be talking about love. So this could be romantic, okay? We will see. Then we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about fighting, okay? You are at the top of the world. You are so successful, and people are going to fight against you. Whether they have a reason to do so or not, they are going to fight because of envy, because they think it's not fair, just because they want to entertain themselves, whatever. But they're going to be there without leaving you alone. Then the Ten of Cups is known as the family card. This is about having a family and having your happily ever after with a house, with the spouse, with the kids, the pets, whatever you want to have, that's what you're gonna have. If you want your family to be a cactus, that's what you're going to get, a cactus, okay? But the thing is, all of those dreams, all of that Disney movie that you were making up in your mind is going to happen. Next, we have the Princess of Swords, which is actually the Page of Swords. And this is a very mature person who has been given this brand new idea, and they're like, what do you do with this? Like, how can I use this? Is there a way to use it? And eventually, when they mature enough, they are going to become the King of Swords, which is actually the card that jumped out next. And the King of Swords is someone who makes decisions with a very cool mind. They are allowed to feel, but they choose not to. So they are always in their mind. They don't let their heart get in the way. And so this is what I'm getting in a chronological order, okay? I think that your past experiences have been not the best, and you've had to fight for your relationships so much. And even when you thought, oh, I'm done fighting, there was something new to fight about, and then this was your state. You were so sick of everything, but hey, you had to keep fighting to keep yourself alive. in this relationship. So you've worked so hard. It has cost you blood, sweat, and tears to get here, but you've made it. And now life is giving you this new chance. As I said, this opportunity is most probably related to emotions and love, because that's what we are talking about, even though pentacles are not related to emotions, because that's the cap suit, not the pentacle suit. And so someone is gonna come into your life and they're going to make you a love offer, and you're not going to know how to deal with that because of all this past trauma. And so you're gonna be wondering, what do you do? Because the idea of having a new relationship is kind of driving me crazy. What do you do? Should I give this person a chance? Should I stay single? Should I just be a one night stand type of person? What can I do? And you're going to make that decision after kind of a long time. You're not making decisions in an hour, okay? Maybe you did in the past, but the thing is, you've learned and you know that you need to mature and you need to think it through, and you're gonna choose what you think is best. And what you think is best is the Sun and the Ten of Cups, which is having a relationship that has all the potential to be successful and to even be that relationship that the person you grow old with. Okay, that's what I was trying to say. And you don't want to give that up, okay? So I think it's going to take you some time to give this person a chance, but you will eventually do so. And after some time, you're going to realize that you did what was right for you. I think you're going to be really happy in this relationship. It's just that you need to get over those past traumas, okay? Because they're keeping you from meeting so many amazing people. And maybe if you meet someone and in the end it doesn't become something romantic, they can become a good friend, and you're also losing that opportunity. So it's like, I'm gonna take a risk, I'm gonna take a leap of faith, and it's going to be successful in the end. So that's what I'm seeing with the tarot. Let's go to the oracle cards. We have clarity, represented by the carrot, and Virgo. Desired, represented by cos letters, and Cancer. And continuance, represented by the apple and Capricorn. Yeah, just Capricorn. There's sometimes where two different zodiac signs appear in one of these cards, and I think I always notice them, but just in case. Okay, so within clarity, we have this King of Swords energy. He's going to be like, now that I've been thinking about this for so long, now I have the answer. And the answer is, let's go for this relationship. Let's give this person a chance. The fact that other people are not best doesn't mean that this new person is going to treat me badly. I have no right to judge this person because of other people's actions. I will have to judge them because of their own actions, and they haven't done anything to me. So I think that this idea is going to be very sharp, and you're going to be pretty sure that you want to make something with this Ace of Pentacles. Sorry, do something. Then within desire, I feel that, first of all, you have this passionate energy within you because of all these fighting, all of these wants. You're tired, but also it's like you cannot stop fighting everyone, and it gets tiring, of course. But you're fire, okay? Even if you are not a fire sign, or you don't have a fire sign in your big three, or you don't have fire in your natal chart at all, when it comes to relationships, you react as if you were fire because of your past experiences. But with this, the fire that you're going to feel is quite different. Okay, you're going to understand each other very well when being intimate with each other. And finally, we have continuance, which is related to what I said about the 10 of Cups. This is most probably the person you will end up with, or at least this is a long-lasting relationship, which still matters a lot. So I don't see this as something that lasts a couple months and just that, and it's like, oh, that was a nice relationship, but I got tired of it. No, I think you're gonna keep it alive. Next we have Father. Talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. And dictatorial control, abuse of authority. And also we have Thief. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen, and stealing money, creative ideas, affection, other powers you think you lack. So this Father and this Thief, I think, are the exact same person, and that's your future partner. They're going to support you through everything. They're not going to be like, oh, how was your day? It was nice. Cool. Do you want to have dinner? Do you want to watch a movie? What? No, they are actually going to take a huge interest in your life and your goals and your desires, and they're going to be there having your back. Okay. And if at one point you doubt yourself, they're gonna be there to guide you and be like, no, this is the path. Okay, don't stop here. There's still a lot more to walk. And then this thief is actually showing you that you have a lot of potential, a lot of talent within you. And even if you do not realize that, it's there, okay? So that's why they are always going to guide you, because they not only believe in you, but they know that you have all these positive attributes. This is so sweet, honestly. I think you will make the right decision when taking these Ace of Pentacles into your life. You're gonna feel so different from how you felt in your past relationships, which is amazing. Like, having to fight for someone to care about you versus having someone being there for you no matter what, through thick and thin. I mean, it's like day and night. So I'm really happy. Let's see what else. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. And the South Node, destined to release. So, I'm sorry, I don't have a proper chair at the moment. That's why when I'm on pile 3, I always complain about my legs. I'm sorry. Ouch. Okay. So, as I already told you, you're very fiery within you. You're so brave because you've overcome this situation, which was not easy at all, and also very passionate. We have already mentioned that, but we cannot explain any further because this is YouTube. Then within Virgo, I see that you're going to do the same thing for your partner, okay? If they support you, you're going to support them as well. It's not going to be a one-sided thing. You love that person so much. You've seen how amazing a romantic interest can be, and you love them. You want the best for them. You believe in them, and that's exactly the same way they feel about you. So I'm seeing these as two people empowering each other, and I'm so happy. And finally, the final astrology card is the South Node. So I'm thinking that this relationship was meant to be, and the reason being, you need to release that pain, that anger, that defensiveness, that everything that you have experienced in the past. There's more out there, okay? And you're going to be so happy that you gave it a chance. So far I'm seeing a lot of Earth, because we had Virgo here, Capricorn here, and we also have Aries and Cancer, Cancer being Capricorn's sister sign. But yeah, it's mostly Earth so far. So this relationship is going to ground you so much. That's the word. Being grounded. Yeah. Next we have be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. So once again, you need to let go of these past experiences which are not longer serving you, and you can accept that new love, okay? The fact that some people hurt you doesn't mean everyone is going to do so. And honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. So far, with what we have seen about this new relationship, of course, I'm saying you both being so honest with each other and being like, this is what I have. I have nothing to keep hidden from you. There's no reason to do so. I love you, and I think we can become better together. That's the feeling I'm getting. So you will begin to understand how a healthy relationship works. And at first, you're going to be kind of amazed that things can work the right way, but then you will not accept any less. So if you ever break up with this person, for example, which could happen, even though we have continuance and 10 of cups, but let's say you end up breaking up, you will be so thankful for that relationship. Even though it ended, you're gonna be so happy that you could experience real love. Okay, and the final oracle cards we have are Child, Coffin, and Distant Horizons. Within Child, I'm seeing the past. I'm not being reminded of actual kids. Well, maybe this is referring to the 10 of Cups and the happily ever after, but I feel like this is about you and about your past, okay? This is kind of like a 6 of Cups situation. So let go of that part of your past that is keeping you from experiencing real love and happiness and feeling like you can conquer the world. And so you need that transformation. You need to go from that 7 and 9 of Wands to this 10 of Cups and the Sun. This is a huge transformation, and in tarot, that transformation is represented by Death card. So this is how I'm seeing this coffin, as transforming yourself, believing in something once again, even though you stopped believing in that for so long. And then we have distant horizons, which could be referred to the growth you're going to experience, not only within yourself, finally believing in love again, but also within this relationship, because this person is going to support you so much and you're going to push each other to become your best selves. So that's something you're seeing there, the horizon, but step by step you're seeing it. Closer. Okay? For a few of you, it could mean that this is a long distance relationship, or that maybe you're going to travel a lot when being with this person, but I think that those distant horizons are more metaphorical than anything. And now, in order to get some extra information, I'm going to roll the zodiac dice. So please give me some zodiac signs for group number 3. Double Pisces. Very dreamy, which is what you deserve. You deserve your Disney movie. Capricorn, we already have Capricorn here, and Libra. So balance is present here as well, which is always nice. And finally, Capricorn again. God, and Taurus, which was the only earth sign missing. So very earth related, very grounded, very stable, very, I'm not having my head in the clouds. Okay, so this is lovely. Coming from this energy, this is lovely. That was your reading, group number 3. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Please let me know in the comments if it resonated with you, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.